all take a lie detector test. I'll pay for it.
The test results were negative.
Yes, it was negative.
I wouldn't want to go with you on vacation either.
Judge Judy. You are about to enter the courtroom of Judge Judith Scheindlin. This is Judge Judy. Michelle Marshall is suing her cousin, Mia Coleman, for a refund for an airline ticket, the cost of a lie detector test, and harassment.
Order. All rise. It's case number 73 on the calendar in the matter of Marshall versus Coleman.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Ladies, have a seat, please.
Miss Marshall, Miss Coleman is your cousin. You were planning a trip somewhere. According to you, you gave her money for that trip. About the same time, your cousin accused you of stealing about $2,600 from her. Well, she suggested that it could have been you. It caused a great deal of friction. Someone suggested that a polygraph test might resolve it. According to you, Miss Coleman said if you took the polygraph test and passed it, she would pay for it. You took the polygraph test. According to you, you passed it. You showed it to her. You said you wanted to pay for it.
No.
Well, that's what you're suing her for, to pay for the harassment and defamation for accusing you. So let's just get to the ticket. How much was the ticket, and where were you going?
We were planning a trip to go to Miami.
And you gave her money? How much?
First, I gave her $700, and then later on, I gave her $100. It was supposed to be $800 for each of us to go.
Did she give you the $800?
No.
How much did she give you?
She gave $800 to Lashana.
Who was that?
And we also gave Lashana our booth money for the...
Did you give the money to her?
She gave it. It was given to me.
Handed to you?
Yes, it was handed to me.
Stand up. What did you do with it? Don't go over here. She handed it to you.
She hands me the money, and my cousin asked me, do you want me to put it up for you? And I said yes, and she put
So then you
money.
gave, just a second, so that you gave the money to the defendant.
I gave the money to the
Fine.
defendant.
It was a reimbursement, Judge. The tickets were bought on February the 19th.
I don't care what it was. She paid for her ticket. She didn't go.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
We don't have to make this into a Supreme Court case. It's not a Supreme Court case.
Right.
Yeah.
You got the money, you bought the ticket. You had this argument, and she didn't go. She wants her money back. And what you're saying is that the ticket was non-refundable. That's what I read in your answer. That's what you said. So don't say no. That's what you wrote in your answer.
Yeah.
Well, you were shaking your head no.
Oh, no, I said yeah.
No, you were shaking your head no. Okay. Were you supposed to go by air?
Yes.
And were you staying at a hotel? Was there a package?
It was supposed to be a package, yes.
It was a package. Okay. Did you go to Miami? Miss Coleman, did you go to Miami?
Oh, yes, I thought you talked to her. Yes, I went to Miami.
Again, you shook your head no.
Yes, I went to Miami.
Okay.
But she didn't go because she didn't want to
I didn't ask you a question. There's no question before you.
Oh, okay. Yes, I went to Miami.
You went to Miami?
Yes.
Okay, and what happened to her ticket?
It was non-refundable due to the fact that money got...
Just a second. It was a non-refundable ticket?
Yes.
Did they tell you it was a non-refundable ticket?
Yes.
When did they tell you it was a non-refundable ticket?
March 17th.
And when was the trip scheduled?
This trip was scheduled for May 17th.
Okay, so they told you 2 months in advance that the ticket was non-refundable. So what do you want me to do?
I wanted my money back, or I wanted information about the ticket so I can go somewhere else. I asked for information of the airline and everything, and they didn't give me nothing.
Oh, do you have all the information for her?
Yes, which she never asked for.
Just a second. All I have to do is say it's a non-refundable ticket, and you can't change it. That's all. Can I see it, please?
Here you go.
Okay, the ticket was a non-refundable ticket.
I didn't see that.
Here you go. Would you hand that to her? I'd like her to see it.
I asked for this, and I never received it.
Okay.
I have a date or nothing on here, but I see it says non-refundable.
How much was the airline ticket?
I think it was like $651.
And she gave you a total of $800.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other money for?
For the room. You know,
Well,
we were
she didn't
getting...
use the room.
Okay, what happened was Lashana bought the tickets February 15th. March 14th, me and Michelle gave Lashana back her money. Michelle and I and Lashana already discussed about buying the room and everything together, so that's why she gave me extra money for the room. I have all the texts right here.
I don't want to see the text.
Okay.
So far, you owe her $159. You don't owe her for the airline, just for the room.
Okay.
She didn't go. And she didn't go because...
Because she didn't want to go.
Well, she didn't... I could understand that. I could understand that. You accused her of stealing.
Oh, no, I did not have those texts, Judge. I didn't accuse her. I didn't accuse neither one of them.
Okay.
I have one, too.
Good. Put it down. I read your answer. The next day, I discovered I was missing $2,600 of my hard-earned money. I didn't want to blame either of them, but I let them know that the money didn't walk away on its own. After that, Michelle distanced herself from me and started telling all of her family that I accused her of stealing from me. I never accused her, but she showed a very guilty conscience and was being very defensive. At that point, I knew she had to be the one that took my money. So that's what you wrote.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Just say. So that's what you wrote,
Yeah,
and that's what you swore
after
to.
months
That's
of
what.
her
That's
taking stuff on.
so I wouldn't want to go with you on vacation either. Now, let's get to the polygraph test. So when did you discuss a lie detector test, Ms. Coleman?
What had happened was Michelle's mother said that they all should take a lie detector test.
Good.
I said, okay, let them all take a lie detector test. I said we can, all three of them go at one time with my questions. I'll pay for it. Then I text my Auntie Mary and I asked her the number to the man, which I have the text right here, and she gave me his number. I called him. He stated that Michelle already
Don't
had
tell me what. Don't tell me what he stated.
Oh.
What he stated is hearsay.
Oh, okay. Well, she already had an appointment for tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Did you go?
They didn't want me to go.
Did you go?
No, they didn't want me to go.
How do you know that?
Because
You
my
have-
auntie
you have-
got all
Just a
in-
second. You have a whole bunch of texts there. Do you have text there where you say, listen, I understand you're having a polygraph test. I want to go. And they say, we don't want you to be there. Do you have a text that says that?
I think my auntie said that verbally.
Okay.
And then I text the man my questions, and he never did reply, and then he switched my questions.
Just a second. Did you ever tell her you didn't want her to go?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine. And the test results were negative. Is that correct?
They weren't my questions. I don't know.
That's all. That's
Yes,
all.
it was negative.
It was negative. And how much was the test?
$325.
Who else went for the test?
Just me.
Sorry.
Oh, ticket. How much was the concert ticket?
$147.
When was it for?
The
I don't know what
was
concert.
I don't want you to interrupt her.
The
104
concert was on 122.
January 22nd?
Yes.
What are you talking about? This all started in March.
No, that's okay. That's why you have to understand.
No, I'm not going back to history.
No, what we
concert
do-
ticket.
Here you go.
Did you buy?
I'm not about to do
Did
this.
you buy concert ticket for the plaintiff?
Yes.
Did you buy? That's a yes.
Yes.
And it was $147.
Yes.
When was the concert scheduled?
April 19th. I thought you said what day were the tickets bought on.
On April 19th.
Yes, that's when the concert was.
And she didn't go with you because that was after all this happened.
Yeah, after she
But
decided to push herself away.
After all this happened, she did not go to the concert, but you had already purchased the ticket for
Yes.
her. Miss Marshall, did you know that your cousin had purchased the ticket for you?
I do not know what concert she's talking about.
Tell
have
me what
evidence
concert.
stating-
Tell me what
The Snoop
concert.
Dogg concert.
Just a second.
Oh.
I ask a question, you give an answer. Tell me what concert you were all going to.
The Snoop Dogg concert?
And you had discussed that together.
Yes.
Tell me when you had discussed that together.
Probably sometime in January.
Do you recall discussing going to the Snoop Dogg concert?
Talking about it, yes.
Okay, I'm going to deduct 147. Did you give her the ticket, by the way? Shh.
No.
No, just a second. Did you give... Listen, it's a confusing, very uninteresting case. So let me get through it so that I can get back to my gin game. Did you give her the ticket?
No, she
The
distanced
answer is...
herself.
Just a second.
No.
The answer is then
No.
you don't get the money back. You could
How
mail her
if
the
she
ticket.
distanced herself?
Mail... I don't care if she distanced herself. She's not paying you for the... Listen, you're looking at your papers, not paying attention. That's why
No,
you're going to
I'm listening
lose.
to you, Judge
That's
Judy.
why you're going to... That's why you're going to lose. Listen to me. If you had mailed her the ticket that you bought her and said, listen, you want to go, go. You want to send somebody else? Fine. You want to try to sell the ticket? Fine. I'm not interested
I
that
have
she
something-
distanced herself.
Even if she said, I'm not going to the Snoop Dogg concert now, I have the texts. She's
I
not
don't-
going now.
there are no
The
s-
tickets were
first of
already
all,
bought.
Text is not plural. Second of all, she doesn't have to go. All you have to do is send her the ticket. Put your
She
hand
didn't give me
down.
the money by then. LaShawna bought the tickets. We were supposed to reimburse her money
Oh.
on the ticket. She didn't give
But
she
hands
didn't give
down,
us no money.
hands down. Then take somebody else or sell the ticket. Take
Oh,
somebody else
okay.
or sell the ticket.
That's fine.
$474. Do you have any other thing in your
Yeah.
counterclaim?
Yes,
Come on,
my
fast.
My counterclaim is about me and my children. Michelle has been slandering my name all over Facebook to my family. She's saying that I said that she took my money when I never did. I told them I don't know which one of them took my money.
Okay,
I have texts to prove that.
$447. Judgment for the plaintiff. Your counterclaim's dismissed.
Judge Judy, you're
we are
walking
done.
out. What about her talking about my children?
We are
Judge Judy,
done. We're finished.
even her daughter's father said something about my son's mental health. Are you serious?
Thank you, Judge.
Ma'am.
I never accused neither one. What happened was I had a conversation with both of them. I said, I don't know if you stole it, I don't know if you stole it.
I don't even believe the money was missing. I believe it was all just a scam to get me for my money and they can go to the trip.
At the Snoop Dogg, Miami, we already didn't pay for all of this. I can't go. I'm not messing with you guys anymore.
It's terrible sad. I am truly hurt by that.
It's no more relationship. It's no more relationship, you know?
Me and my cousin was really close before all this came about.
Never trust family. Never trust family again.
And now, the next case.
All parties in the matter of Porter versus Clark. Step forward.
Whitney Porendall Clark for late fees, stolen money, and damaged property.
Miss Porter, it is your claim that Mr. Clark, who was an old friend of yours, called you one evening. What was the date of that call?
May 2nd.
And he needed a place to sleep because he was a little drunk. Where had you been?
I was at work. I wasn't drunk.
So why didn't you go home?
It was too far of a ride.
Had you ever slept at Miss Porter's before?
Yes.
Prior to May 2nd of this year, when had you slept at her house before?
Probably a few months before that.
So you usually drive home from work.
Yeah, if it's close, yeah.
Well, your house doesn't move, does it?
Nah,
Does your workplace move?
no.
Well, if your workplace doesn't move and your house doesn't move, then it's the same distance all the time. So why sometimes do you sleep over and sometimes not?
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You went to pay the rent, and the $525 was missing from your purse.
Yes, ma'am.
So there were only two people who could have taken that money. One was your daughter, and one was Mr. Clark.
Yes.
You want to stand up?
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Whitney Porter says ex-boyfriend Trendall Clark stole money from her purse and ruined her futon.
So why sometimes do you sleep over and sometimes... What kind of work do you do?
Construction work,
Was May 2nd a weekday or a weekend?
weekend,
So it must have been a Friday.
yes.
What time did he get to your house on Friday night?
It was like 2 or 3 o'clock that morning. He called me.
2 to 3 in the morning. Well, what kind of construction do you do?
Working on houses. Later, I got 2 jobs. I could security guard that night. So after I got done doing my job at the security job, I just called her instead of going home.
Where were you working security?
At a club, nightclub,
And what time does it close?
4.
So you left early.
Yeah, about 3.
Was the door open for you, or did she open the door?
It was open.
And you went to sleep on the futon. Where did you sleep?
In the bed.
With whom?
With her?
Had you done that before?
Yes.
Did you ever sleep on the futon?
No.
Who do you live with?
I live with me and my 2 children.
How old are they?
13 and 4.
13 is...
My daughter,
What's her name?
Tatiana.
Mr. Clark, how long have you known the plaintiff?
Long time since we were kids.
How often do you have a sleepover?
Every once in a while.
Ms. Porter says that you took some money from her wallet.
I don't know nothing about no money.
Okay. This is your claim, Ms. Porter. You claim that the defendant came over, he was drunk, he slept on your futon and damaged it, and you claim that he took money that you had put away for rent.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you work?
Yes.
For whom?
Mobile Link.
You cashed your daughter's check,
It was cashed the night before.
and she gets that check every month?
Yes, ma'am.
For how long?
She's been getting it since she was about 5 or 6.
Is your daughter in regular school?
Yes.
How much cash was in your purse?
It was exactly $525 in my purse.
After you drove your son to school, came back, and according to your complaint, you went to pay the rent, and the $525 was missing from your purse.
Yes, ma'am.
So there were only two people, really,
Yes.
who could have taken that money. One was your daughter, and one was Mr. Clark.
Right.
Has Mr. Clark ever taken money from you before?
No.
You have this sort of arrangement with him periodically, where he stays over? I believe him, you know.
Yeah, we,
Okay.
yeah.
Fine, that's enough. You don't have to say anything. And the person who told you that she saw Mr. Clark rifling through your purse was your daughter.
Yes.
You want to stand up?
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I never even talked to you again after you told me you was gonna give me your check on Wednesday.
I want to know why you haven't spoken to each other since then.
Because he's so...
I couldn't tell you.
I'm believing you less, Mr. Clark.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy.
Whitney Porter stole money from her purse and ruined her futon.
How did you get to school that day?
My mom.
That was after she took your brother to school.
Yes.
How far is the ride?
Like 10 miles or something like that.
So you were in the car with your mother for a while.
Yes.
And you had plenty of opportunity to tell your mother that when she was out taking your brother to school, you saw Mr. Clark going through her purse.
Yes.
Later told your mother. How much later?
I went to school and I was thinking about it. Like, should I tell my mom?
Well, that's something that you tell your mom immediately as soon as you see it happen. And then she goes in the car. She's in the car with you, taking you to school, right?
No, I was thinking, like, why would he take my mom money? And my mom been through so much with him. And I was just confused.
Okay, you can have a seat. Other than your daughter's testimony, do you have any other proof that Mr. Clark took your money?
No.
Not enough for me. It's not enough for me. You understand why?
No.
Well, it's easy. There were two adults in the house. Mr. Clark, who you've known for how many years?
Since we were 13, 14.
And he's never taken anything from you, right?
But who else would take it?
Your daughter.
My daughter's not going to take my money.
I don't know that. You see, I don't know. And if there's an I don't know at the end of a question that I'm taking your money, there are certain things that I do know. I know that Mr. Clark denies taking your money.
But he also told me on the phone that he's going to pay me my money back or that following Wednesday when he got paid.
Did you say that to her?
I said I would help her out, just being a kind person that I am. Yes, I did say that.
No, let's go back. She called you on the phone, and what did she say to you?
She said the money's missing, and I told her that I don't know nothing about whatever money that's missing.
Did Mr. Clark say, I don't know anything about whatever money is missing? Did he say that to you?
He said, I don't know, but I'll help you. I'll give you some money, some of your money back on Wednesday when I get paid. Those was his words. So, you know, that's basically letting me know that
Well, no, there's a word back there. Did you use the word back?
No.
Well, tell me about the conversation then, Mr. Clark.
She just called me, said the money's missing, well, I need help paying the rent. I said, okay, well, when I get paid, I can help you out. That's all I can do, because I can't do nothing else. I don't have your money. And that was it. Offering to help her out, to help her with her bills, so she wouldn't lose her house.
But I also haven't heard from him since then. Like, he has not brung the money or nothing. I have not been able to get in touch with him or nothing. He don't answer
Well,
nothing.
then, Mr. Clark, let's go further, because it's getting more convincing to me.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Want justice? Go to Judge and follow us on Twitter.
Now, if you said, I'll help you out with my next paycheck, and this was May 2nd, did you help her out with your next paycheck?
Nah.
Why?
I called her and just left her alone.
What do you mean you called her?
I called her back after she called me, and I just left it alone after the situation where she had said she already paid her rent. She already took care of it.
Who told you she took care of it?
She did.
Did she say how?
No.
How did you take care of your rent?
I got help from the agencies that help you with your rent, but I never told you that. I never even talked to you again after you told me you was gonna give me your check on Wednesday. So how could I have called you back and told you that?
Now, don't speak to each other. You speak to me. I want to know why you haven't spoken to each other since then.
I couldn't tell you.
I'm believing you less, Mr. Clark. $525 was taken?
Yes, ma'am.
Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done. Thank you.
Thank you.
While you are excused, you may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
She knew it wasn't right. She knew I didn't take the money. She knew exactly what was going on.
I mean, I know he took my money. There was no other person. My daughter's not gonna steal my money from me.
Her daughter was lying, she lying, and I just left her alone at that.
Because he thinks that I have money and I don't have money. And that's just what he do.
Yeah, to be a thief, one, I've been knowing it for a long time, but it's over.
Seems like we've been doing.
It's still gonna be the same. I ain't worried about it. It ain't gonna hurt me.
No more late night calls.
I know for a fact, though, I paid her.
Facts are right here. I can show you the facts.
Her pushy friend couldn't wait to repossess a car.
You didn't pay for periods of time, according to this.
I was late sometimes.
All the time. I'm just trying to help you.
Don't help me.
But you can only push so far.
Something wrong with you. I mean, are you trying to make the person who has to decide this case dislike you?
Judge Judy.
You are about to enter the courtroom of Judge Judith Scheindlin. This is Judge Judy.
Paula Casso is suing her former best friend, Nicole Martinez, for the return or value of a Kia Soul and her personal belongings.
Order. All rise. This is case number 92 on the calendar in the matter of Casso versus Martinez.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated.
Ms. Casso, you and the defendant were good friends for many years. According to your complaint, in 2016, Ms. Martinez bought another car. She had a car on which they were in 2016, according to you, to take over payments on the car. You would pay for the car, pay for the insurance, and when the car was paid off, it would be yours.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that the agreement?
No, ma'am.
That's baloney.
I'm sorry, but it's not. I have text messages. I have everything. I can show you what I have.
Okay, so what you're telling me is from 2016 to 2019, the plaintiff paid on the car, and she was just using it. After she finished paying off the car, she was going to give the car back
Originally,
to you.
it was...
She was going to give the car back to you. I'm getting your position. She paid on the car, and your position is that your agreement with her was that she was going to pay on the car and pay for the insurance, but when the car was paid off, she was going to give it back to you.
She couldn't even pay the payment. She never made a payment. She never did it on time. She was constantly late.
That's not what I asked you.
And
what I asked you was...
I let her borrow the car.
That's your position, that you let her borrow the car.
I felt bad for her. She's my best friend. I've done a million things for her. I can name them.
Miss Martinez, I just asked you a question. My question to you was, that's what you want me to believe, that she took the car.
No, ma'am, that's the truth.
That she took the car, she paid for the car, and at the end, when the car was paid off, she was going to give it back to you.
She didn't even make the payment. She was kind.
Can I see the title to the car? Where's the title to the car?
The title is in my glove compartment. It's in the car that she has.
Can I see the title to the car?
It's not in the glove compartment. It's not there. I don't know what she did with it. I don't know if she stole it. I don't know what she did with it. The title is my name. The car's paid off. The loan is in my name. I'm not sure what else I need to show you.
I have text messages.
Just a second. It's very, very easy. The car was not in your possession from 2016. What month, Miss Casso?
May?
May of 2016.
That's not true. September of 2016.
December. Shh. December of 2016.
September.
There's something wrong with you.
Probably.
I mean, are you trying to make the person who has to decide this case dislike you?
No, I would love for you to love me.
No, just a second. Is that what you're trying to do? You said to yourself, I'm going to make the jury who has to decide the facts in this case dislike me.
Your Honor.
Out. Out. You, out. Perfect. Was the car in your possession from December 2016 until March 23rd of 2019?
At times, yes, ma'am, it was.
Just a second. Tell me when that was. So far, I've May 2016 to March 2019. I would like you to tell me, you have physical possession of the car.
Multiple occasions.
No, that doesn't answer my question.
You want specific dates?
Yes, that's what I asked for. Specific dates when between December, she says May, say December of 2016 and March of 2019, you had possession of the car.
I don't have specific dates, Your Honor.
Okay. How much were the monthly payments?
$350 for the car and $100 for insurance.
Who were they made payable to?
I sent her the money.
How?
At first, it was deposit in her account or cash, and then as of October 10 is where I would send it through the Wells Fargo.
October of what year?
Oh, 2017.
May I see the proof of payments from October 2017?
Your Honor,
I didn't ask you a question. Well, what I see here, Ms. Casso, is that you made payments, but they weren't always the $350 a month.
No, I was.
You didn't pay for periods of time, according to this, and then you would make up payments, or you'd pay $100.
Yes, ma'am. I was late sometimes, yes.
All the time.
And
Okay.
Don't help me.
I won't help you anymore.
Don't help me.
Yes, ma'am,
I've been
I'm sorry.
doing this for 50 years. I don't need any help.
I'm sorry.
So it looks as if you were inconsistent with your payments.
yes, ma'am.
Now, the total number of payments that you made equaled The total that you put down here, $5,545.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Right. So you had the car for 27 months,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. Right.
Well, that's $7,000. And according to you, giving you credit for everything that you have here, you paid $5,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, then you didn't pay what you were supposed to pay.
Could you repeat that?
You were supposed to pay $7,000, and you didn't.
From what date?
I'm giving you every benefit of the doubt. I'm saying it's from December.
You are.
You said it's from before that. Before that, it would be even more months.
Yes. Well, there are some that are missing because I paid her cash or deposited her to her account.
No, that's not true.
I'm just going from these dates.
True at all.
From the date you said you started to pay her, by transferring it, you were supposed to pay her $7,000. You only paid her $5,000.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know either. And she took the car back.
Yes.
And you had the car for over 2 years, right? According to you, you had the car 2.5 years.
Yes.
And all you put into the car in the 2.5 years that you
I opened that account in May of 2017.
All I'm telling you is you drove a car.
That's not
Consider it
true
this
either.
way. You didn't make all the payments you were supposed to make, and she repossessed the car. So I want you to figure it this way. If you rented a car for 2.5 years, you would have paid more than $200 a month for a car.
I know for a fact, though, I paid her
You didn't-
everything that she needed.
No, but it's not true according to
Facts
this.
are right here. I can show you the facts. Sorry, I'm just trying to show you.
If it wasn't sent through there, then I gave it to her. I have text messages proving that
Then
she
I'd
said
like-
she would give me the
just a sec-
title after I paid it off. We thought it was going to be paid off in May of 2018.
Again,
And so
not
she
true.
sent me that it was going to be like 5 more payments. And so then 5 more payments, that's when it was paid off. She said, give me $1,450 and I'll give you the title.
I'd like to see those text
I'd
messages.
like to see them, too.
I'd like to see the text messages. And that was in November of 2018. You transferred $1,450 to her. I'd like
Yes.
to see the text message to her. If she says, send me $1,450 and I'll send you the title, then that makes it easy.
Your Honor, can I show you what I have that I actually paid?
No, not your turn yet. I'll tell you when it's your turn.
Yes, ma'am.
I think it's in the papers
no.
I gave you.
Oh, well, you gave me more than I asked for.
Okay, so maybe they're in the...
Sir, would you show this to the defendant, please? Her payment to you of $1,450 is reflected here 2 days later,
I agree.
okay? And you told her you would give her the title to the
Right,
car.
I agree, but this does not say $1,450. This is just saying when you pay me in full. She hasn't paid for the vehicle.
No.
I'm paying $360 a month, and I can tell you what I'm
Listen.
paying $360 a month. She's paying what she assumes is full for her. So maybe it is in full for what she assumes she's doing. We never had an actual conversation. This is just
I
saying...
want you to read both pages of that text. You say to her, you owe me $1,450. You owed me $1,750. You paid $200 and then another $200. You owe me $1,450, and then you can have the title. 2 days later, she sent you $1,450. That was November 15th.
This page in the back does not say that.
Yes, it does.
It says $1,750.
Read on.
I just did.
No, just read on. Read where it says you owed me $1,750. You paid $200. You go through the numbers. Now you owe me $1,450.
Right, what she was behind in payments on, not in total in paying the car off full. The car, I paid $1,500 down, so I'm going to give her she's going to get a free car. She didn't pay me numerous times.
Just a second.
I'm paying $360 a month, and she's paying me $350. There's never a payment in full. That's what she owed me from behind, not paying me in full.
Can I have that, please? I want to see any payment that you made on the car after November of 2000. Listen to what I'm doing. No, you don't show me what I didn't ask for. You let me finish my statement. I want you to show me any payments that you made on the car after December of 2018. I just want you to show me any payment that you made on the car on or after December of 2018 after she sent you the $1,450. Just show me. Do you have any proof of payments of any payments?
Of course not, because it was paid off.
Do you have any proof of payments that you made on the car? Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. Your counterclaim's dismissed. We're done.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I am happy with the results, but I do wish I got my car back.
It's my car. My title, my car. It's very simple facts.
I guess it was just a altercation.
A physical altercation, Judge, you didn't even hear anything about it.
Actually, she assaulted me first. I just defended myself.
Literally, altercation, there's everything, it's all here. And yeah, that's great.
Just an argument?
It.
I have no idea. I guess she was never really a friend.
I don't know, but I'm glad that she's not my friend anymore. Very glad.
And now, the next case.
All parties in the matter of King versus Willoughby. Step forward.
Nicole King is suing 25-year-old Rebecca Willoughby for the return of money she paid for a Toyota Solara.
Miss Willoughby, how old are you?
I'm 25.
Who do you live with?
Myself and my daughter.
How old is your daughter?
2 years old, Your Honor.
When was she 2?
May 4th.
Did you ever live with her father?
Yes.
In what month and year?
2015.
Until when?
2017.
What month in 2017?
December.
What happened?
We separated.
Did you move or did he?
He did.
Where were you living in December of 2017? The address?
Tehachapi, California.
Address?
Campo Court, apartment A.
How long did you live there?
About a year.
Where are you currently living?
The same place.
Where were you working in 2017?
I worked at Arco gas station, and at the end of 2017, I was working at Albertsons.
Where are you working now?
Same place, Albertsons.
Since 2017?
I'm sorry, 2018.
I ask those questions because they become relevant to your case.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You received all of these money orders.
Yes.
And did you total all the money orders, Miss Willoughby?
No, I did not.
Why not? I mean, why would she? And you explain to me why you did not give her what she bargained for.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy.
Nicole King says Rebecca Willoughby owes for the return of money she paid for a car but never received.
According to your case, Miss King, you and the defendant made an arrangement to purchase her car. You made an arrangement to purchase her car over a period of time. You gave her a deposit, and according to you, the arrangement was that you would pay the balance. I think the agreed-upon price was something like $3,500, and you would pay the car, and then you would get the car.
Correct.
And according to you, you made most of those payments, all except for one.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the arrangement was that you were supposed to meet at a mechanic, check over the car, to have it smogged and everything, and then
Yes, Your
give her
Honor.
the final payment, whatever that was. What was the final payment?
Just short of $50.
Can I see proof of the
Yes.
payments?
Absolutely.
And you received all of these money orders?
Yes.
And did you total all the money orders, Miss Willoughby?
No, I did not.
Why not? I mean, why wouldn't you total all the money orders? That would make you a pretty stupid person.
I would have totaled them at the time.
But then I'm going to rely on her memory and the receipts. How much in total did you pay her?
I paid her $3,451.
That was in 2017.
Yes, Your Honor.
Then you said you couldn't find her.
I couldn't.
Well, she's been living at the same address.
She has. However, I had hired a process server to find her. Nobody could find her.
For all intents and purposes, Miss Willoughby, the car was paid for. For all intents and pay attention to what I'm saying. For all intents and purposes, the car was paid for. I want to know, were you having a difficult financial time? Because she never got the car. You kept her almost $3,500, which was the purchase price of the car. And I want you to explain to me so that I'm going to understand it. Why? And if you tell me the truth, we won't have a problem. If you say a boyfriend left, I had no money, whatever it was, you want to explain to me why this person, who was a stranger to you, paid you the money, kept her end of the bargain with the exception of $50, and you explain to me why you did not give her what she bargained for. Go!
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Don't tell me what I'm not going to believe. You see, she doesn't look like a nut and say, well, I paid $3,450. I'm not going to give her what happened with her money and the boyfriend and your need for cash.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy.
Nicole King says Rebecca Willoughby owes for the return of money she paid for a car but never received.
You explain to me why you did not give her what she bargained for. Go!
The last payment made was August 2017 for $300. She was supposed to pay the last payment and never did. She refused to pay me. Yes, I was going to.
Just a sec. Let's go.
Ready for me? Okay.
I'm waiting for you.
No problem.
So far, we don't have an answer.
The last payment was made August.
I heard you.
She never paid me.
I heard you.
There was still an amount due.
I
left
heard
on the
you.
car.
$50. Go. She's paid you $34.50. Go.
I wasn't going to give her the car if she didn't pay me the remainder.
Well, then what did you say to her?
I told her, I asked
show me.
her.
Show me. Where
The
you
last
said,
payment?
show me. No. Show me where you said to her, if you're not going to give me the last payment, because, you know, there are certain things that are logical. Do you understand?
Yes.
Logical is when you've paid practically every penny for a car that you agree to, you don't not get the car because of a $50 bill.
Of course.
You don't not get the car because of that unless something's happened to the car. Giving you this money for the car, something happened to it. You spent it. The boyfriend took it. Something happened to it. I want you to tell me, don't tell me what I'm not going to believe. You see, she doesn't look like a nut and say, well, I paid $3,450. I'm not going to give her the other $50 and she's not going to give me the car. That doesn't make sense. And if something doesn't make sense, Miss Willoughby, it's not true. You want to tell me what happened with her money and the boyfriend and your need for cash.
Exactly how much do those money orders add up to?
$34.50.
Do they?
Yes.
Because the last payment on the car was $300.
$34.50. And you didn't keep track. Let's go. You took the money as she gave it to you, and you and the boyfriend spent it. That's what happened over whatever period of time. 2 months, 3 months. Now you spent it. And then you had no car if you gave her the car. You want to continue? Tell me a story that I believe.
The car got repossessed January 2018.
All right. There you go.
But it was one payment left on it for $300.
When you sold her the car and it had clearly a lien on it, or you took out a title loan on it.
And she knew it had a lien on it.
Don't tell me what was in her head, okay?
Judge Judy continues in a moment. Are you the... Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
You sold her what kind of car?
A 2004 Toyota Solara.
And how much was the lien that was on it?
I don't recall at the time.
Just a second. Where did you think you were coming today? To the circus?
Definitely not.
Where did you think? You're not at a circus. So if you were hard up for cash and you had a bum for a boyfriend, that's not her fault.
No, it's not.
No. And that's the bottom line. You were hard up for cash and you had a bum for a boyfriend.
But that's also not my fault that she didn't pay the rest of the money.
I find that she fulfilled her end of the contract, and you
I don't care if it's $50.
And you prevented her from getting her property.
No, she didn't pay the rest of the money. I'm not going to give her a car that she didn't pay for.
Okay. When the car was repossessed, how much money was left owed on it, and who was the lender?
One payment and me.
Well, you weren't the lender. Who was the lender on the loan? You were the obligor. Who was the lender? What bank? What financial institution?
Easy Auto Shop.
And when had you purchased the car?
2016.
What month in 2016?
I don't recall, Your Honor.
You don't recall a lot. Okay. You were hard up for cash and you had a bum for a boyfriend. I don't know whether you're a bum too, but so far you owe her $3,441. We're done. Thank you.
Thank you.
In a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
I told her the car wasn't paid off completely, so the amount that she gave me goes directly to the car.
I was not aware that she had a lien on the vehicle.
And as soon as it's paid off, she gets the car.
She was using the car for her disposal. She signed a contract.
Because in the agreement, it wasn't said that the car couldn't be driven.
She voided the contract. I feel like I won.
Because I didn't receive the full amount, so she didn't receive the car, and that's final.
You know, I don't really even want the vehicle. I just want the amount.
Is this what they jackhammered?
Yes.
A mistake by mason workers was set in stone.
You and the crew went out and started to jackhammer the driveway, and you destroyed her property because you weren't smart.
Are they paving their way to unemployment?
You said, I want a new driveway.
For $4,000?
Don't.
What?
There's only one person here that has attitude.
Judge Judy.
You are about to enter the courtroom of Judge Judith Scheindlin. This is Judge Judy.
Camilla Latini is suing cement mason Rudolfo Contreras and his employee, Gary Gomez, for mistakenly tearing...
All rise. It's case number 5 on the calendar, the matter of Latini versus Contreras Gomez.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated.
Miss Latini, you own a home And the defendant's company mistakenly jackhammered and dug up part of your driveway.
That's correct.
And they did so because they were under the mistaken impression that you would hire them to do that.
I'm not sure what, okay, yeah.
But that's what they say.
Okay.
They were under the impression that you had hired them to do that. Mr. Contreras, you own this company?
No, it's not a company. It's a side job. We're both cement masons.
Okay. What do you do for a living?
Concrete, cement mason.
Okay. So this isn't a side job. This is what you do for a living.
It's what I do for a living, yes.
All right. And you and your partner did, in fact, go on to plaintiff's property and jackhammer part of her cement driveway. The answer is yes.
Yes.
Don't think of where I'm going. Just answer the questions.
All right.
Plaintiff never hired you to do that.
No.
This is what your defense is. You were contacted by someone on the internet who said that they owned this property that belongs to the plaintiff, and they wanted a new, what was the quote for the new driveway?
$6,000.
$6,000 to put in a new driveway. You must have gone to the property to look at it.
Yes.
She wasn't there.
Correct.
Neither was the person that you were dealing with over the internet.
Correct.
Person that you were dealing with over the internet said, your price is agreeable. I'll wire you the money. But before I wire you the money, I want you to wire me $300 so I know that it's a legitimate place where I'm sending the money. So you sent that person who claimed to be the owner of the plaintiff's property a wire from your bank account for $300, correct?
Incorrect.
You say you sent them $300. How did you send it to them?
That was sent, me and this supposedly owner.
Just a second. Did you send them $300?
Yes.
How did you send them $300?
Through communications, through the text messaging, through the phone.
No, you can't send a text message with $300. How did you send them the $300?
Wired.
That's what I said. You sent them a wire for $300. And then you and the crew went out and started to jackhammer the driveway. And when you tried to get them to get you $6,000, according to you, they disconnected their phone. She comes home. She finds a driveway jackhammer. She said, who the heck are you? He said, well, we were hired to put it in a driveway. She said, I never hired you to put it in a driveway. That's the story. I mean, that's what you told me in here.
For you, huh? No, that is not what I told her. I haven't said much of anything for starters.
Well, I'm
with
just
all due
reading.
respect.
Just a second. I'm reading your answer, and that's in a Reader's Digest form. So you tell me, did the plaintiff hire you to do a new driveway? That's a yes or a no.
No. And yes.
You tell me how yes. You tell me how the plaintiff hired you to put in a new driveway. Mr. Contreras, don't make yourself look foolish, because if what I suggested was the accurate description of what happened, that you were hired by this person who you never met because he said he was out of town getting cancer treatment, which is what you wrote in your answer. And so you wired him $300 so he could confirm that he was dealing with a legitimate outfit before he sent you the $6,000 to do the driveway. You tell me what part of that is wrong. That's what you wrote.
For one, he was claiming to be the owner, okay?
I don't care whether he was claiming. Just a second.
Okay.
If you opened up your ears, and if you used your ears more than your mouth, and used your brain, you would understand that's exactly what I just said. That's exactly the scenario that I just said, that you was scammed out of $300, and you destroyed her property because you weren't smart, which is clear to me how it happened. Crystal clear to me how it happened. Are you his partner?
I'm right here beside him.
What?
Yeah.
Good. The only question is, you said to her, I'll fix the part that I jackhammered. He said, I'll fix the part that I jackhammered. You said, I want a new driveway. That's what he says.
For $4,000?
John, just don't, John.
What?
Listen, you have to understand something. You and your partner made a mistake. You got conned. It's like somebody I had here yesterday told me that she met a guy online from Nigeria who said to her, I want to come and live with you but I need to know your bank information. That's That's what happened to you. That's really what happened to you. You said, listen, you're in the concrete business. I have a house. I want you to do a job for me, but I want to make sure I'm dealing with a legitimate outfit, so wire me $300 driveway. You sent them the $300. They closed their line. You never heard from them again, and you destroyed another person's property who had nothing to do with you. You got scammed. But between you, who were dumb and got scammed, and the plaintiff, you're responsible. Now, the only question that I have to decide is, and that's going to be based on pictures, is I want to see what the driveway looked like jackhammered. I want to see whether patching the driveway is sufficient, or you charged $6,000 to put in a new driveway. There's no question. I've had and I have a lot of driveways. Unless you do the whole driveway, it looks like a patch job. It looks like one piece is done in 2020 and one piece is done in 2002, and it doesn't look right. So now I have to see what part you jackhammered and whether reasonably it can be repaired or whether she needs a new driveway. That's the law. Now, may I see photographs, please?
Well, this photograph is
Just don't tell me what the photograph is. Just hand it to me.
That's before the damage. The one after is after.
Don't talk. Don't talk. Just
don't talk.
Stuff.
This is like a silent
Thank
movie. What does that mean?
The stack of pictures, that's the after I had it repaired. And it does look like a patchwork job. I just was desperate to have it fixed. So.
Well, it is a halfway job. Is this the fix?
That's the fixed.
And is this what they jackhammered?
Yes.
Can I see the bill, what you spent to have it fixed? Just the bill to have it fixed? Good, thank you. I want to know how much you spent to have it fixed. I have two checks.
Yes.
$2,268 are the two checks that I have.
Yes. So the gentleman that fixed it, we paid one check to him before he started the job and another check to him after he finished.
So you spent $2,268.
And also $895 for the concrete. To save us money, he said that if I ordered the concrete myself and saved him doing that, that I could save some money. So.
Got it. Listen, she got a bargain. You charged
$4,000, you do the whole driveway.
Listen to me. You watch your attitude. There's only one person here that has attitude. Listen to me. For people who were stupid enough to get it, you were charging this man who was... hey, I'm speaking. You may get away with that at home, not in here. You were charging this guy $6,000 for a new driveway. She had the thing done for $3,160. You should get down on your knees and kiss her feet.
That wasn't even a third of the driveway.
Judgment for the plaintiff.
Oh, I had additional. I hired a private investigator to find them.
Yeah, you charged that one on the bill, too.
And I'd lost wages.
Yeah,
you would have
what?
answered your phone, we could have done it.
Nobody called.
She did work. She would large wages, right?
I'm gonna need you to be quiet. Really? No.
Right.
I'm gonna need you to be quiet.
I didn't know if someone had done this as an act of vandalism.
I understand we did a mistake, okay? I got scammed, that's that.
I didn't know what happened, so it was pretty scary.
I could have fixed it for her. I would have paid the concrete out of pocket. I'm still scammed out of $400.
I hired a private investigator, actually, to even find them. I had no idea who had done the damage.
I could have paid for the concrete, done the work, done deal. Everybody's happy. She never gave me the opportunity.
I'm glad my driveway's fixed.
And now, the next case.
All parties in the matter of Speller versus Jelks. Step forward, please.
Sharon Speller is suing mechanic Dwight Jelks for the cost of car parts and for the value of a vehicle that went missing.
Plaintiff brought a car into you to be fixed.
Correct.
And it was an old car. And it was a car that she had inherited from someone. Was she able to drive it in, or did she tow it?
I towed it.
So you went to her house and you towed it?
Correct.
Had you known her before you towed the car?
Yes, I did.
For how long?
A few years.
Now, on what date did you tow this car in to your shop?
I want to say October.
Of last year?
Correct.
And when had you inherited the car, Miss Speller?
Like September of 2016.
From whom?
My uncle.
Had you been driving it?
I drove the car from Alabama.
When?
Like September of 2016.
And then what did you do with it?
It started cutting off. So then I called Dwight to come see, why the car was cutting off. Dwight he had the car. It was going back and forth, and forth. Me and Dwight.
On what date did you give him the car?
I said maybe like September 18th of 2016. He gave me the car back to try to take it to the emissions test, like in November. It didn't work out.
Just a second. So in November of 2016, it didn't pass emissions?
Yes.
So you couldn't register it?
It had already been registered.
That is not correct.
If it had already been registered, why would you take it to emissions?
Because when I had the car, I had to get the car in my name, and it wouldn't pass.
Second.
Yes.
So it didn't pass emissions in November?
Mm-hmm, yes.
So what did you do with the car between November of 2016 and October of 2018, is my question.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You drove it for a while, and then it would break down?
Yes, ma'am.
And what year car was this?
This is a 1994 Buick LeSabre.
So the car's about 25 years old?
Yeah, but it was in good condition. Only had
Well, evidently not if it kept breaking down.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy.
Sharon Speller says mechanic Dwight Jelks is responsible for the disappearance of her car.
So what did you do with the car between November of 2016 and October of 2018, is my question.
From my house back to Dwight's.
I don't want you to call him by his first name. Mr. Jelks.
Mr. Jelks.
So it went back to Mr. Jelks.
Yes.
Is what you're telling me over a 2-year period, it went back and forth to be fixed?
Yes.
And it was unregistered? That's either a yes or a no. If it's a yes, it was registered, you'll show me the registration.
Yes.
So was it registered? Me.
If the car was registered, it wouldn't have got towed.
What?
If the car was registered, it wouldn't have got
No, I
towed.
just want to see where. This is 2016. I want to see that the car was registered between 2016 and 2018.
No, the license plates had expired by then.
Well, then why are you wasting my time giving me nonsense when I ask you for something? You think if you just give me a piece of paper, it's going to suffice? So the answer is between 2016 and 2018, the car was not registered.
Yes.
So between 2016 and 2018, I'm going to ask you this question again. What were you doing with the car?
It was going back and forth.
How is it getting back and forth? What? Stand. Name.
My name is Hollis Heron. I'm her son. Between 2016 and 2018, a car run for a few days, and then it'll overheat.
I want to know what was happening with the car between 2016 and 2018 when it wasn't registered.
Because we was trying to get a registered car back to fix the fuel pump. We get the car, we was gonna take it to the emission place again. It cut off again. Then it was the battery went out. Every time it was time to get the car back, it was something different.
Was not drivable. You drove it for a while and then it would break down.
Yes, ma'am.
So you drove the car while it was unregistered and then it would continually break down and you would take it back to the mechanic to see if he could fix it.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. And was he able to ever fix it?
He always
No.
No.
And what year car was this?
This was a 1994 Buick LeSabre.
So the car is about 25 years old.
Yeah, but it was in good condition. Only had
Well, evidently not if it kept breaking down.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
What you say is that in October you brought it for the last time to your shop?
Yes, ma'am.
And then what happened?
The car was towed from in front of my house.
What was it doing in front of your house?
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy.
Sharon Speller says mechanic Dwight Jelks is responsible for the disappearance of her car.
So the car is about 25 years old.
Yeah, but it was in good condition. Only had
Well, evidently not if it kept breaking down. You're telling me, and what your mother is telling me, is that over a 2-year period, it would drive, would cut out, would drive, it would overheat, it would drive, it didn't pass admissions. You could never get it registered in 2 years because it was never in condition to get registered. So don't tell me it was in good condition.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. This car you inherited. Now, what you say is that in October you brought it for the last time to your shop?
Yes, ma'am.
Of 2018? And then what happened?
The car was towed from in front of my house because it had expired plates.
What was it doing in front of your house?
Because I work in the back of my home in the garage. So I was going to repair the car there, but the car got towed the day before I was going to put the motor in it. Another motor.
That's your fault.
For the car?
Yes. If you accept the responsibility as a mechanic and take custody of someone's property, you're not an insurer, but you have to exercise a reasonable standard of care to see that it doesn't get towed.
Correct.
Now, you knew that it had no plates, and you're a mechanic, so you know if the car is on your property, they won't tow it, because normal people know that, and you look like a normal person.
Correct.
You negligently left it. She doesn't know where her car is.
In which I told her where her car was. And I was willing to pay.
Just a second. Where was her car?
Towed to City Pound.
How do you know that?
Because they notified me.
Do you have the notification?
No, I don't.
How did they notify you?
They put a card in my mailbox letting me know that the car was towed.
How much after the car was towed did you notify the plaintiff that the car was towed?
The next day.
How did you notify her?
By phone and text.
Can I see the text?
Don't have no text also.
You have no text?
No, ma'am.
Have no nothing?
No.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. Closed captioning sponsored by. Have you been cheated? Go to judgejudy.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
I'd like you to give me, Bird, the low-end value of 1994, whatever this was.
$1,002.
$1,002.
$1,002.
She stated that the car was registered, in which it wasn't. That's the reason the car was towed.
Listen to me, sir. You're a mechanic.
Correct.
Your obligation is to, if I take my car into Ford or Chevrolet or they negligently leave my car out on the street at a meter, and the meter expires, and they keep putting tickets on it, and the car gets towed, that's your fault. You have to exercise reasonable care because I assume you got paid when you were fixing this car.
Yes.
Right. The car's worth $1,002. Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
It's all rip-off because there was never nothing wrong with the motor.
Things happen.
It was just one thing after another. I'm just glad it's over with.
The car was towed. I didn't get a chance to get it running again.
Called me and said, Miss Sharon, did you come get your car? And I said, of course not.
I told her that the car was at the pound, and she didn't go get it.
And then he called back the next day and said the